Hey, what's up everyone? Paul from Grindhouse Funhouse. So most of the movies I've reviewed so far have been very man-centric. Bro dude bros, total sausage fest. So I was in the mood to switch it up and get an estrogen boost in my eyeballs. So I looked up what I had in my collection and fit the bill. And I decided to go with 1968 She-Devils on Wheels from the Godfather of Gore himself, Herschell Gordon Lewis. I haven't seen that many biker movies in my life. 1991 Stone Cold and Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man comes to mind. Also 1985 Savage Dawn starring Lance Henriksen, who also is in Stone Cold. And I know I've seen the entire run of Sons of Anarchy, but late 60s, early 70s biker movies, that's new to me. And what better way to start with the Man-Eaters, who's an all-female motorcycle gang who likes to race their bikes, party, and stir shit up while scaring the town folks in the small Florida town they hail from. It starts out with our protagonist Karen leaving her house, telling her mom she's sleeping at her friend's house. She seems all prim and proper, dressed conservatively, but in the next scene we see her pull into a garage and come back out all decked out in her biker gear riding her sweet hog. We meet Dottie, big in size and personality, fixing her bike. Then we meet Tanya, the gang leader, the queen of the man-eaters, who looks like she stepped out of a 60s fashion magazine. This is basically a slice of life hangout movie that deals with drama within the gang and some other motorcycle goons that wants to bring them down a peg. It's also a very horny movie. I'd say most of it is about the man-eaters racing each other on an abandoned runway airport where most of it was shot so that whoever comes first gets to choose which ugly men from their personal harem they'll get to fuck around with. I gotta love their priorities, and I'm saying this very unsarcastically.
Anybody here big enough to put out my fire?
And as for the drama, Queen Tanya wonders if Karen is worthy of being a man-eaters, because every time they have their fuck fest at their hangout, she always chooses the same guy to get down with, and she don't like that. It's against the rule to be sweet on a dude, so Karen, to prove her loyalty and being the hardcore biker chick that she is, has to tie him up behind her bike, must drag him over all around the runway just to prove that she's not that into him. The other business they have to tend to is about their youngest member, Honeypot, who's waiting to be initiated to be part of the Man-Eaters. And when the time comes, Tanya slices the tip of her finger and everyone kisses her boo-boo and Frenches her. They throw paint on her, and then, lucky girl that she is, she gets to participate in her own gangbang right after.
Alright, fellas, this is what I've been waiting for. Come on and have a taste of honey.
We do get to hear their motto.
Sex, guts, blood, and all men are mothers. Sex, guts, blood, and all men are mothers.
Aren't we all? So we're back on the runway where the Joe Boys gang waits for them, trying to stir some shit up, being dirty mothers and intruding on the Man-Eaters' territory. And for that defiant act, they get their asses handed to them, taking it as far as receiving a shower of the golden kind.
Okay, girls, get over there and give it to them.
There's the subplot of Ted, Karen's ex, who meets with her at a restaurant. The poor fella heard about her being in the Man-Eaters. He's worried about her, you see, lets her know that his brother rides with the Joe Boys, and they're out to get them.
Look, my brother rides with Joe Boy's group, and they're out to get your gang, Karen. The big time. Snuff you out.
Thanks, Ted, but the group can handle themselves pretty well.
He even shows up at the Man-Eaters' daily fuckfest to offer himself as the slab of meat that he is, and he's trying to get her out of there. She's trying to assert herself and pretty much tell him to fuck off in her own way.
Look, Ted, you don't belong here. You don't understand anything about this gang or me. Not anymore. Just leave me alone, please.
So all these orgies happening, there's a lot of unsexy groping, making out and having simulated fun that's not very believable. It's very chaste for a biker movie. No swearing, no nudity. I mean, it was 1968, but still, it's a Herschell Gordon Lewis joint. You'd think you would have seen at least some of it. After the latest orgy ends and they're all blissed out, Honeypot gets grabbed outside the Man-Eater's clubhouse by the Joe Boys, and then the next morning is dumped at the clubhouse doors unconscious and all mangled up. The Man-Eaters go to a bar where the Joe Boys hangs out, asking where they could find them. They locate them and they're in hot pursuit of Joe Boy himself, unknowingly riding into a trap and get his head sliced off. So we get a bit of gore there with beautiful fake head craftsmanship on display. Ted shows up one last time to trick Karen away from the Man-Eaters, and I gotta say, no means no, Ted. Let her be, damn it. And in a long, drawn-out scene where we can feel all her emotions pouring through the screen. And I was totally on the edge of my seat wondering what she'll do. I'm kidding, she's a total blank slate. She wisely chooses the Man-Eaters, but wait, it's not over. Queen Tanya gets arrested because a cop finds her chain belt at the scene of the decapitation. But in the first of its kind, a post-credits scene, we find out she's been freed and off to ride another day. A few more things. These were not trained actresses. I know, hard to believe. Herschell Gordon Lewis wanted it to be real, man. So we went out and got actual female motorcycle gang members who were from the Iron Cross Motorcycle Club Cutthroat Division in Florida. The theme song, Get Off the Road, credited to Sheldon Seymour, is actually written by Herschell and his son, but they used the synonym to feel like there were more people working on this movie. The Faded Blue are the ones performing the song. It's a hell of a catchy tune. So would I recommend She Devils on Wheels? If you're in the mood to watch late 60s sex-starved biker chicks who gives no fuck and just want to have a good time, then it's definitely the movie for you. The trade-off, however, are takes that goes on for far too long, probably use all their first takes. There's long pauses where there shouldn't have been a cut. It's sloppily edited. You can see them thinking about their next line. It's awkward. This also was filmed with only one camera, so there's no coverage. It's all static shots, so it's not very exciting in that sense. Look, I'm sure in the late 60s, these biker chicks were hardcore for the time, wearing those colorful eye-popping vests with a pink cat's head wearing a bow tie as their patch, but today, forget about it. And it is a bit of a stretch thinking that the entire town would be afraid of a small gang of skinny mid-20s ladies and Dottie being terrorized by them and only armed with blades with no guns in sight. I mean, one of the best things about the movie is its title. Let's be honest, I'm sure they got a lot of business from it alone. But it is a very feminist movie for its time, and it must have been awesome for the audience at the time to see these badass women just living their best lives. I'm giving it 5 pink cat's head wearing a bow tie out of 10. So that was my review for She Devils on Wheels. Go check out all my socials at Grindhouse Funhouse. In the comment section below, let me know your thoughts on She Devils on Wheels. Does it make you want to start your own all-female biker gang? Also, don't be shy to recommend me other biker movies. Next one I want to get my hands on is Werewolves on Wheels. So anything in that realm, I'd be down to check out. More Grindhouse exploitation movies reviews coming up soon, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I'll say to you, ciao bye for now.